Hello. Hello, hello, hello. We're different. Hi, Jess, Linda, Sophie, Sue, Barbara, Meg, Lisa, Lillian, Lauren, Sharia, Emma, Tiara. I'm having a little bit of deja vu. Yeah, we're back in the house for today, um, which is also why I'm slightly late coming on, so I do apologise. I'll explain why in a moment. Hello, 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 hello. So yeah, I've had to bring the whole operation inside, or the whole live operation inside. So my living room has gone to kaput. Hello, 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 hello. How is everybody? Let's move that around actually. Sherilyn, hello. Hi, Lynn, Alison, Sue, bless you. Thank you for these stars. Donna, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Right, so let's start with a couple of announcements. So the obvious one is we're not in the office today. We've had to come in the house, and that's because I don't know if any of you remember, but on Sunday, what day is it? It's Tuesday. On Sunday, I said there was a little bit of a smell in the office, and because of that, it's only got worse. Basically, I've cleaned down the whole office now, and it's not in the office, so we think that something may have passed away underneath, because you have to like step up to get in. And now we've done what we can to see under there and to sort of clean under there, but we can't see what the issue is. So anyway, for today, I can't be in there because it was making me feel funky. So I've been working inside. So me and Aaron made the decision to let me come in now as well to do the live. Otherwise, I don't know of how long I would have been able to last out there. So I'm hoping it's going to get sorted soon because... yeah, I love my office. It's just at the moment it's not the best smell. Although we've got an air purifier in there, it does seem to be doing its job. So if the air purifier works, if I go in after the live today and it's working, then we can be in there and it's fine. So that is why we're inside. Secondly, we do have oysters. However, we only have the mystery oysters. I don't have the other oysters available yet, so it is just mystery oysters, then of course 4 pearl and 25 pearl oysters as well. So the options will be given is an egg pop or a mystery oyster. So mystery oysters, you get a mix of all of the colours. Egg pops, you've got a variation of coloured pearls in there, and you get a guarantee of 2+ pearls in that one. Okay, so everybody does get the option of an oyster or an egg pop. Oysters are next to me. Egg pops, oh, I didn't think about this because that's where my bin is. Egg pops are going to be moved, so if just give me a second. Okay, egg pops are here, and if there is an egg pop chosen, I can just bring up the bag. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun today. It's fine. It is dawn. It really is. And that's the only thing I can put it down to, because it's nothing in the office. Like, we've pulled everything out. We've pulled everything up. We've hoovered everywhere. We've cleaned everywhere. It's not in the office. We basically stripped the whole thing and put it back in. So it's not in. And like I said, because there's a step up into it, that it does have an area underneath where something could have gone under. Nothing too big, so nothing like a cat or anything. So it would be like I don't know, like a hedgehog maybe, or a mouse. I don't know. So that's the only thing I can put it down to. It's just, so I'm hoping it will pass soon, or we find the culprit in a way. But yeah, so we're inside today. Oh, my mind's gone completely funky. So yeah, we've got oysters in, we've got egg pops in. So everyone will be given that option. because this has been going on, I haven't launched the new game. So we are going to be doing the... have I got a dog? The dog's sleeping right next to me. That we are going to be doing the spin wheel game. However, I haven't launched it yet because, firstly, I wasn't in the office yesterday. Today I was working in here, and then I don't have enough room in here to do it. It will be easier for tea today. No, the smell's not in my ceiling or anything like that. It's definitely coming from outside, the smell, from outside the office. The smell is worse outside of the office than it is in the office. So it's definitely something outside. It just seems to be in there as well. Yes, so I have posted the order list on the page. So if anybody has ordered, hopefully you can see whereabouts you are. There is still space available for today, yes. So if anybody would like to order, I'll do an updated order list as we go. And Aaron, bless him, will... What are you doing? Aaron, bless him, will run outside for us to get my prints of orders, won't you, bub?
Yep.
Yup. So we will update the order list as we go. What are you doing, Bab? So Aaron doesn't want to be seen in this mirror, so he's crawling around on the floor. Oh, bless you. Right, so should we get started? So that's why I'm slightly late today. So I do apologise. I'm going to have Aaron in my bird's eye view. So if you do hear... He's now dancing. This is going to be fun. If you do hear... I've got like wood floor in here, so the dog's clip-clapping and obviously noises like that. It's just Aaron in the background. Okay, so it's different to the... And I think I would sound slightly different in here as well because it's a different space. So it's all different today, but we will work with it. And the lighting is completely different. I've only been able to bring in one light with me. So I think it looks okay as when we go down. But again, I'll double check as we go. So everything on the website is available to be booked in for today. Have you got both dogs? Because Kovu was just behind me a second ago. I don't want to move my wheel. Okay. I didn't want to move my wheel if he was behind me. It feels like bringing a child to work. It feels like, yeah, it's completely weird. Right, so I know, Sue. It's giving me massive flashbacks here. It's crazy. Right, up first today is, and I feel really squished as well because I don't have anywhere near enough room as to what I want. Thank you for the tea, Bab. Up first is Amy Taylor. Amy, are you here? I have managed to bring some of my pearl swaps in as well if anyone would like to swap pearls. I don't have the two tonal ones in here though, but I've got my normal, this thing, I don't know. Ooh! Ta-da! So I've got that one and I've got the pre-drilled ones. No. What cup today? He's given me the cup that I don't like. No, I lie. I like the cup. It's just too small for me. It's a... It says... That one says... Cheesy kind of love. Let love grow. You had me at hello. So currently looking for... Amy Taylor. Amy, are you here? Linda, is it not the monthly charm deal that... Let me just... Yeah, the monthly charm deal that you requested to have an oyster opening with instead, my lovely. Now, oh, Amy Taylor, are you here? If anyone can see Amy, please comment on her comment. That will bring it forward so I can see. And Amy, if you are here, please comment I'm invisible or comment on your own comments. That will bring it forward so I can see as well. I've just scrolled up and I can't see her there. Amy Taylor, are you here? Yes, sorry, Sophie. So, future monthly charm deals obviously can't be opened, but previous ones, including the August one, can be, if that makes sense. Okay, last call for Amy Taylor. If not, we'll move on. I'm very excited to potentially open some oysters today. Okay, so I haven't seen Amy. Oh, I've got nowhere to put them. I'll put them down here. Okay, so if Amy comes on, we'll add her back in again, but it will be to the end of the order list. Up next is Meg Buchanan. Meg, are you here? I'm fine, thank you, Samantha. I hope you're well as well. Was that to me, Donna? Meg, hello, hello, hello. So Meg, my lovely, you have got 2 oyster openings altogether. Can you confirm, are you happy with mystery oysters, or would you like to have 2 egg pops? It is indeed, Emma. It's going to be one of those nights. It's been a few years, Amanda, hasn't it? Yeah. No, we're not in the office, Catherine. We're back in the house for today. Mystery oysters, Meg. Yay. Okay, so would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours you're hoping with? One and 2. So, let's move the bin to there. Okay, donate the shells and any colours. Okay, so if we go down, I may just adjust this view. I think that will be okay for now. So 2 mystery oysters. We're donating your shells. Are there certain colours? Oh, no, sorry. You just said any colours. So good luck, my lovely. Softer pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. We can definitely see that there's no pearls on that side. And in here, straight away on the side is a darker pearl. Let me just have a squidge in here. There's no more in that one. So your first pearl looks to be a darker chocolate. Just drying him up for you. Oh, are we going to get this focused there? I might have to move that light because it's actually blinding me. I can't see the screen. So when we go up, the camera is going to be quite dark on my face, but if we can get it so it's still okay on the... Okay, we'll see how that goes. So this is a darker chocolate pearl. There we go. So as we can see, it's quite a rich chocolate colour there. Moving on to oyster number 2, which again is your mystery oyster. Softer pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. So again, you can see there's no pearls on that side. And I can see in here, you are twinning 1 and 2. And look at those purples. There's no more in that one. You are twinning with gorgeous purple pearls here. So if I dry these up for you. Now it does look like visually one purple is slightly darker than the other. If you can hear that clicking, that's just Aaron's laptop clicking away there. No, Bab, you have to do it, it's fine. He just looked at me really sad, like, what? No, his just clicking away, so that's fine. So 2 purple pearls, if I just get them focused. We've got one which is slightly lighter, which is this one here. One which is slightly darker, which is this one on this side. Okay, so what do you think to these, Meg? I'm going to run them through the board for you and I'll need to know which one you'd like on your jewellery. If you're happy with these, that's perfect. And if you're not happy, I can swap them for you. So the chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. The slightly lighter purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5, and the darker purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. So the purples are measuring slightly different sizes as well as being different colours, or shades I should say. Can you have the chocolate on the jewellery? Of course you can. Of course you can. Can you confirm, are you happy with the other 2 pearls there? So those purple pearls, are you happy to keep those? Let me bring you back up. So it's going to be slightly darker up here now, but that's just because I had to move the light. It was blinding me. I did bring my other light in, Bab, but it needs a USB plug-in. Also, I'd need one of those Velcro tabby things to stick it onto, which is in the office, in the drawer. The light is under there, on top of the unit. Yes to all, Meg. Brilliant. So chocolate on there, and you're happy with the purples. That's perfect. Aaron, I forgot something else. Would be able to run and grab it for me. I forgot my little bags to put the pearls in.
They would be?
The drawers behind the curtain, so not the wardrobe, but the drawers, go in the drawer that's labelled live bags and just bring me a whole pack of them. Thank you. Meg, thank you for the donations of your shells, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. However, I can't take the pearl. I can't move them because I forgot to bring the bags to pop the pearls in. So just bear with me a moment. It did, Anne. It really did. You're very, very welcome, Meg, my lovely. You saw Aaron in the mirror. Oh, they saw you again. Did you forget?
I realised as I walked outside.
I completely forgot. Thank you, Bab. They saw you. Spotted Aaron. Oh, there he is. Oh, no, you're not in it yet. No, yeah, you're still fine. You're not in it. Right, let me pop these in here and then we can carry on. I think that's the only thing I forgot, touch wood. No, you're still fine. Can't see you there. Okay, so that's on there, and like I said, Meg, I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives. And I did bring in my basket to pop that in, and that's safe over there for you. Perfect. Nina, did you? How long did it last for? The rare sight of the lesser spotted Aaron. Kat says, I think Aaron in the mirror pulling faces would be funny. Yes, spot the Aaron. Donated pearls. Bab. There's some donated pearls I need you to get. Would you mind, or do you want to come talk to people and I'll run and grab them?
It's fine, I got them.
Okay, so in the blue pots, which are on my desk, which have got some of these bags in that you just got me, there is one of them with a pink sticky label stapled to it saying donated pearls. But there may be a blue top. There may be a blue pot on top of that one. He's put his hoodie on now. Meg, you get a donated pearl, my lovely. Oh, to tell you, the amount of times we've done about 20 runs to the office and back, bringing everything in. The amount of stuff needed for a live is ridiculous. I didn't realise how much stuff is actually needed. It's crazy. He is, Janine. He is, Julie. And to be fair, he's wearing his headphones. He said he's not going to play games because it click-clacks, so he's going to watch something on his laptop because he can't watch the TV. So I do feel sorry. It's like if he gets too fed up, he'll go upstairs. And I was like, that's fair enough. What can we make him get next? No, don't. I think he can't find it. I can hear him rummaging, I think. Yep, I've had to come into my house for today's live, and we'll be back again. I hope we'll be back again on Friday. I massively hope so. I can't sacrifice my living room. Now I've moved out the living room. I can't work in here again for long term. Ah, that's fair enough, Nina. See, we can't find whatever it is. We can't see it, and we've sort of, because we can't get to the back almost, we've put like a long bamboo stick to try and bring whatever it is forward. But again, that hasn't caught on anything. Did you find it? That's gonna be funny. Thank you so much.
Let's brought that one.
Oh, you brought that one. I'll pop that in there. Thank you, Bab. Right, Meg, you do get donated pearls as well. So basically what this is some people have been donating their pearls forward, the ones which they may just want to gift forward. So basically, if I go down, I'll show you. There's lots and lots of donated pearls still. So each person gets one on the order list as we go until the pearls run out. Okay, so lots of pearls here. So I'll just shake them up. And you have got a apple green. Okay, so that's going to be added to your order as well, Meg. So I hope you're happy with that one, my lovely. Okay, so if I bring you back up there. Perfect. Right, I think we've got everything now. So unless I need to print stuff off, Bab, you'll be good. Maybe. You're very, very welcome, Meg. Right. Up next then is Harriet Taylor. Harriet, are you here? I'm not in my office, no. Yeah, there is a funky smell, so I've come inside. It really does, Kat. So strange. I'm currently looking for Harriet Taylor. Harriet, are you here? I'm just scrolling up. Okay, so I haven't missed Harriet so far. No, just come back down. Okay, perfect. So Harriet, if you're here, please type I'm invisible. It will bring your comment forward so I can see you. And if anyone else can see Harriet, please comment on her comments. It will bring it forward so I can see. Thank you, Sophie. I might need that on copy and paste today. Funky smell in the house. Last call for Harriet. If not, we'll move on. And then if she comes on, we'll add her back in again. But it would be to the end of the order list. No, it's not an oyster. It's definitely not an oyster. You have it on copy and paste, Sophie. Oh, bless you. Right, okay. No, it's not an oyster leaked or anything like that. The smell isn't in the office. I'm going to be on repeat myself. It's definitely stronger and more potent outside of the office. I think it's just must be really, really close or underneath that you can smell it when inside. But it's definitely worse outside. So it's not in, it's something outside. Right, so I haven't seen Harriet. So if she comes on, we will add her back in again, but it will be to the end of the order list. Let me mark this off here actually. So Meg was here and Amy and Harriet are not here yet. Up next is Linda Dixon. Linda, are you here? So not here and not here. Okay. Sounds like drains. No, there isn't any drains over there. Is there? Because the drains are at the other end of the garden, aren't they? Yeah, so no, it's not drains. No, there's no drains because the drains are at the other end of the garden. Oh, don't, Anne. See, it might even be from the neighbour's garden because my fence, my office sort of goes up against the fence. So it could be from their side. I don't know. No, it's definitely not the roof. It's coming from, like, you can't, if you stand up and then if you go down, it gets stronger as you go down. So it's definitely down. And we are by fields, yes, but it's not muck from the fields, no. There's so many questions. If it's a fishy smell, check electrics. I've never heard of that, but fair enough. And check the electrics, that's definitely something to do. Right, Linda, you are here. Hello, my lovely. So Mystery Oyster, donate your shells. Is there certain colours you're hoping for? So Mystery Oyster. And let's go down. So good luck, my lovely. Oh, beautiful pop with that one. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. So there's no pearls on that side. And if we have a squidge in here, actually straight away, Linda, I can see this brighter purple here. And it is a gorgeous bright purple, actually. Just have a squidge here for you. And there's no more in that one. So it's quite a different kind of purple. It's not a lilac purple. It's almost a brighter, slightly two-tonal, quite a bold purple here. Let me hold him up so you can have a look, Linda. What do you think to this one? So as you can see, he's slightly two-tonal with lighter and brighter areas. Now, if you're happy with this one, that's perfect. If you're not happy, we can of course swap him for you. Let me run him through the board for you. So he is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He is a 8. This is beautiful, loves purple, so yes, please. Okay, you also get your donated pearl as well. So if you can choose if you're happy with this one as well, my lovely. And you've got a brighter gold pearl here. So just confirm if you're happy to keep the gold pearl as well. Actually, the gold is slightly two-tonal, so I'll show you around. What do you think to that? Lovely, brilliant. So if I bring you back up and I'll pop down that we're going to have the purple on the jewellery, and then of course that gold is the loose pearl. Linda, I hope you're happy with that, and thank you for the donations with your shells as well. So if I pop this on here for you, and we're going to have purple on there, perfect. And that's safe up there for you, Linda. Okay, and up next then today is Lillian Walker. Lillian, are you here? And Linda, you're very, very welcome. Lillian, hello, hello, hello. Mystery oyster for you. Donate the shells and you'll wait to see what comes out. Okay, so mystery oyster for you. Let's get him open. There we go. And let's go down. So your mystery oyster, good luck, Lillian. Again, quite a nice louder pop crunch there. Oh, that one opened up beautifully. There is your mother of pearl. And no wait, so far today it is definitely a purple night. And again, it's that gorgeous, bright, bold purple there. So let me dry this one up for you as well. What do you think to this one, my lovely? And I'll pop in your donated pearl into the sand as well. So again, another stunning purple. This one's slightly larger. Let me grab a donated pearl as well. Oh, I can't shake on the table because it makes everything wobble. And we've got a darker pearl there. So the order list, currently I've got 2 more people to add on to the order list on the page. So I think after Lillian, that's 10 people possibly on the order list. I may be wrong, but just from a glance, so just from a look. So you've got your purple and then a gorgeous dark deep chocolate pearl there. What do you think to these, my lovely? If you're happy, I'll need to know which one you'd like on the jewellery. If you're not happy, I can swap them for you. So if I run them through the board, the purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. Here's an 8. Your chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. Here is a 7. What do you think to these, Lillian? What would you like to do? Can you have the purple on the jewellery? Of course you can. So if I bring you back up again and write down that you're going to have the purple on the jewellery, and then let's pop these in here. Excuse me. Okay. Every time I keep knocking that, maybe I should move it. Lillian, my lovely, thank you for the donations with your shells, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, and that's safe up there for you. You're very, very welcome, my lovely. I will do an updated order list. However, I won't be able to do one until I print off the orders, and I don't want to be sending Aaron out every time an order comes in. So when I get to around 4 people, I'm guessing, to the end of the order list, that's when I'll do an updated one, because then that way I can sort of send Aaron out to get the print offs then, if that makes sense. Because otherwise I don't think he's going to want to keep getting it. Sorry, he stuck his tongue out at me. Up next today is Rosemary Camper. Rosemary, are you here? Donated shells get cleaned up and sanitised, and they go to my mum's nursery. Here's just a couple of images of what they use them for. So they use them in craft activities, collages, learning about play, learning about textures, learning about the world, and just use them in lots and lots of different activities. And put them in the sand. Yeah, so they go to the nursery. Yeah, my dogs at this time of night sleep. Even when they're in the office, they sleep. So one's curled up with Aaron and the other's curled up in his bed. So yeah, at this time of night, they just sleep, bless them. Unless we play with them, in which case then they'd be noisy. But at this time, we don't normally play with them past 8 o'clock. So then they're not barking for the neighbours. Rosemary, hello, hello, hello. So Rosemary, would you like to have a mystery oyster or a egg pop? What would you like to have today? Mystery oyster or a egg pop? A puppy Dalmatian. Oh, I love that, Hayley. Love it. Ella, hello, my lovely. How long would it be to wait for a natural? I don't know. If you would like me to make a note, and then I could get a timeline for you and email it across for you tomorrow, and then you can decide if you'd like to be popped on the order list for Friday or not. or of course, if you have an oyster opening or an egg pop today, you can swap whatever pearls for natural colours. But I won't know now. I don't want to sort of give a time limit without looking like sort of double checking it first. So it's up to you. We can either obviously do something tonight, or I can email you tomorrow with some information and you can decide from there. That's up to you. There is a funky smell in my office, so I've come indoors as it was very overpowering to the point where it may start, like I've got a really sensitive nose as well, let's start with that. However, Aaron doesn't have a sensitive nose and he said it was strong as well. But yeah, it was very overpowering to work in there. Tonight, Rosemary, that's brilliant. So would you like to have the mystery oyster or would you like to have the egg pop, my lovely? What do you think? No, it's not an oyster. The smell's coming from outside, but I can smell it in the office. Mystery oyster, keep the shells. Oh no, don't be sorry, Rosemary, at all. They do get lots. They sort of get replenished because obviously shells can break, especially with little hands playing with them. But don't be sorry. You're very, very welcome to obviously keep them. So mystery oyster. So hoping for more natural colours. Is that like whites, creams, rose golds, natural pinks? Is there anything in particular that you're hoping for? So let's go down for your mystery oyster. Good luck, my lovely. Lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. So you can see that there is a slight little bit of a pearl blister in there. So on this section here, you can see that pearl blister. So I'll clean the shells up in a moment. Oh, look at this. You have got 1, 2, 3 pearls there. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are quadding. You are quadding. You've got 4 pearls in your oyster, my lovely. Let me just clean the shells up for you. Okay, so if we have a closer look at these colours, they're such gorgeous bright colours as well. Wow, 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 wow. Sometimes the oysters can smell. Mainly they don't have a smell because they are in a alcoholic solution, just to preserve them and to stop them from smelling. Now you have got a bright hot pink. I'm just going to move them over so I can get this focused and show you the colours. Now these are obviously the dyed pearls. These are not natural colours. However, if you would prefer, like I said, to have natural colours, we can swap them for you. You've got a bright hot pink, a brighter autumn peach, a dark but bright olive green. So he's got a hint of chocolate in there, but gorgeous olive green. And then you've got a blurple as well. So blurple is a mix between a blue and a purple. Now he does have a slight imperfection on him there. So what that means is as the oyster makes the pearl, obviously it is a grown product, it's not man-made, so there can be some imperfections. So obviously, again, if you're not happy with the imperfections, we can swap them for you. So bright pink, autumn peach, olive green and a blurple. I'm going to add in your donated pearl to you as well, Rosemary, and then I'll go through and measure them. And you've got a lighter pastel apple green. So quite a nice lighter pastel apple green here. So that gives you with 5 different colours. Now, if you're happy with all of these, you can keep them. If you're not happy, we can swap them for you for colours of your choice. And then I will need to know which one you'd like to have on your jewellery. Okay, so if I run them through the board for you, the pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. The olive green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. And the blurple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. Last but not least, the olive green is not a 5, the apple green is not a 5, he's not a 6.5, he is a 7. They are, Rosemary, they are indeed. But what do you think to the colours, my lovely? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to everybody joining. Olive green on the charm, and you're happy with all of the colours there. That's brilliant. Let me bring you back up for you. Bring you back up for you. Bring you back up and I'll do that for you. Helen, bless you. Thank you for the stars there, my lovely. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you. So just popping these in here. We wrap up the shells as well. And pop them in here. So an Accoya pearl is a saltwater pearl. These are freshwater pearls. So these are not Accoya pearls. So olive green on there, brilliant. Okay, so Rosemary, my lovely, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, and that's safe up there for you. Jenny, yes, that's not a problem. However, I can't right now because I don't have them with me. They're in my office. So if you pop me an email over, I can show you that way if that's okay. And Laura and Jodie, bless you. Thank you both for the stars there as well. Again, that's very, very kind of you. And Rosemary, you're very, very welcome. Okay, up next, excuse me, up next today is Laura Teague. Laura, are you here? I'm not in my normal room, no. I just read that, Kathy. Let me read it again. Can the pearl go on the upper hoop of the circle link earrings? Let me have a quick look at which ones they are. circle link earrings. Yes, yes it can. So it can it go on the upper hoop? So it could go hanging from the top, however obviously then it would block out the line holding the second hoop, or it can go on the bottom of the top hoop if you like, so it dangles in the middle. That's absolutely fine. The only thing is there the width between the two ends of the hoops, so it just depends on the pearl. But if you don't mind if the pearl overlaps slightly at the very bottom, then yes, that's not a problem as well. So I could always send you an image, Kathy. For example, I can put two pearls that I may have with the size you're looking for on them, so you could see then how they would sit, because if it may, like I say, overlap the bottom lip, or it may sit fine. It just depends, I think, on the size of the pearl. Are the pearls okay if they're not round? So it's just different types of pearls, Jules. So you get rice pearls, which are more, as the name describes, rice shapes. You can have, so the pearls that we have, a lot of them are round, but they're not like a perfect round, because obviously, again, it's a natural made product. But then you do get some pearls which can be perfectly round. So it all just depends on the type of pearls they are. So last call then for Laura Teague. If not, we'll move on. I'm just going to scroll up in case I missed her. So Laura Teague, are you here? If so, please type I'm invisible. It will bring your comment forward so I can see you. And if anyone else sees Laura, please comment on her comment because it will bring it forward so I can see. Oh, Laura, I'm so sorry. I've just read your additional instructions. My God, I always say to pop them on there and then I didn't see it. I'm so sorry. Laura Ord, hello, 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 my lovely. I could pin that actually. There we go, Sophie, that might help. Laura, my lovely, hello. So you've got 2 egg pops. Can you confirm, are you happy still with your 2 egg pops? With the huge bag, absolutely huge bag. I also added the purple eggs in here because we're not doing the double dip anymore. I thought that before I empty all the eggs out, I might as well add them in here for now. So we do have the purple ones in here as well as normal ones. The pearls inside are exactly the same, and the quantities were the same as well. It was just sorry, I just read married. I was about to say some were married, some were purple, some were not. Not married till 9 weeks today. Oh, bless you. I hope you have a brilliant wedding. But are you happy with the egg pops? I'm going to pull 2 out for you. So a blue and a green. I'm just popping them there while I... I love moving that bag. It sounds lovely. Right, so let's go down. I'm going to start with your donated pearl. Okay, so this is the gift that from the last live have carried over for people who have paid pearls forward. So you've got, oh, look at him, a gorgeously bright autumn peach pearl. So 2-tonal autumn peach. You've got lighter and brighter areas there. Beautiful autumn peach. I'm actually going to move it over slightly more so we can do your egg pops. So egg pop number 1. Three pearls in there. Oh, I haven't got anywhere to put the egg pops. Just pop it there. So your first colour is a gorgeous bright burgundy red. So beautiful bright burgundy red there. You've got a sunshine yellow, and you've got a coral. So those colours go beautifully together: autumn peach, burgundy red, sunshine yellow and coral. And then moving on to egg pop number 2. And in here you have got 4 pearls. So from your second egg pop, you've got a bright coral. So the difference in the corals there, you can see one's more of a pastel, and then that one there is beautiful bright coral. You've got another burgundy red. Now this one, oh, he is slightly two-tonal, and overall he's slightly darker than your first one. You've got a bright two-tonal apple green, and you've got a silver pearl as well. So from the top, autumn peach, burgundy red, sunshine yellow, pastel coral, bright coral, apple green, burgundy red and a silver. What do you think to these, my lovely? Now, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. He is yours. They are yours. If you're, let me start that again. Oh my gosh, it's one of those days. If you're happy with those, they are yours. If you're not happy, we can swap them for you, Laura. Let me run them through the board for you. So your first one is a autumn peach. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. The brighter of the burgundy reds is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Sunshine yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. The coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Yes, of course. Which ones would you like to swap out and which ones would you like to swap in? The silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The darker burgundy red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And last but not least, that bright coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Bab, could I have a tea, please? And when you decide to get up, tell me, because I'll print the bits off for you so you can do it in one run.
Sure.
Thank you, darling. Okay, so what do you think? So yes, of course, we can do some swaps for you. Which ones would you like to swap out and which ones would you like to swap in? Keep the silver and the darker coral. I'm just going to pop them right at the top, so then they're definitely there. And the sunshine yellow. Okie dokie. So we've got the silver, the brighter coral and the sunshine yellow. So again, I've just moved those to the top, so then it's easier for me personally, because I know that those ones are definitely staying. And any blues and purples. So am I right in saying you'd like to swap out 1, 2, 3, so 5 pearls for blues and purples, is that right? Still don't know where to put them. In fact, I'm going to put them on the floor down there, and hopefully I won't stand on them when I get up. Yes, please. Okay, so I don't have many blues, like different shades of blues available. However, we'll go for a lighter blue, no, sorry, a brighter blue, and a lighter blue. There currently is a wait on sea greens. We did have, we do now have a wait on sea greens. So of course, if you don't mind waiting, I can definitely do that for you. So we'll go for a silver purple and a dark, actually that's not that purple. So the reds that we've got would be very, very similar to your red here. Actually, I think the ones I've got are darker than that red there, if that makes sense. So your red would be brighter than any I could add in. So if you'd like to keep that one, we can do so. Or of course, if you'd like me to go for another colour, we can as well. So I'm just going to put this one up here so we can see those four. What do you think to those? So I've got 2 blues and 2 purples. You have an icy blue. Does that mean that you don't want icy blues and you'd like to change them? Is that right? So do you, sorry Laura, do you mean to not have the icy blues? Is that correct? So you'd prefer different colours? If you can just confirm for me, because then that way I can look and have a look to see what else we've got. So other blues wise, I can have a look to see if we've got a darker blue. However, again, we're running quite low on those darker blues. So the TARDIS and the Pepsi blues. I may have a 2-tonal one if you don't mind 2-tonal, but I don't think I've got a fully sort of darker shade. Okay, so change the icy blues. So you're happy with the red and the 2 purples. So I don't actually have any darker blues in here, my lovely. So we can do blurple, which is like a blue purple. So that's like a blue purple, and then we can go like a brighter one as well. So we can do these ones here. But if you'd prefer, I don't have any of the darker blues to show you, if that makes sense. So I've added in a more purple blurple, so that's that one, and then a blue purple, a blue blurple. So that's again mixed between blues and purples. So in some lights it will look more blue, in some lights it will look more purple. Would you be happy with those ones? So it's kind of 4 different shades of purples really, and then the blurple does have that blue tone. All perfect? Okay, brilliant. I'm sorry about the blues, my lovely. Like I say, it's the darker blues, the sea greens and the lilac purples are just currently not available. So, and they're very, very popular colours. So I hate saying no, but I'm glad you're happy with these ones. Let me just move that back over there though, so I've got some room. Brilliant. So Laura, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives then, my lovely. And that's safe over there for you. Perfect. And up next then is Anika Avansbo. Anika, are you here? Sea green is extremely popular at the moment. Really, really popular at the moment. Anika, hello, hello, hello. Now, Anika, you have got a 25 pearl oyster. Excuse me. So for your 25 pearl oyster, would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? So in here, let's get this open. Not a problem, my lovely. So 25 pearl oyster. Let's go down. Where are we? There we go. Are there certain colours you're hoping for, Anika? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Bless you, Colette. No, it's not bragging. And I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives. So, Anika, you'd like to keep your shells, and we're hoping for lots of different colours. Okay, perfect. So let's get him open, and then we'll see what's inside. So, your 25 pearl oyster. Softer pop there. So straight away, this one on this side here may run away there. Yep. Straight away. There we go. So again, I'll clean this up in just a moment. So I'll just pop it to the side. And I can see lots of beautiful pearls in and around the flesh there. So if we have a squidge in here, just having a squidge. Now there is that darker bit in there, that is just the tail. So if I show you there, that dark bit there, just the tail, so that's not a pearl. So before I clean these up, I'm just going to count these up for you. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 and 25. Okay, so 25 pearls in there. Now what I'm going to do, Anika, is I'm going to pop them. So I'll dry them off and I'll pop them in the sand. And what I like to do is pop the darker pearls towards the top of the sand and then the lighter pearls towards the bottom of the sand. And then I'll go through all of the colours for you. Now, I normally measure the largest and smallest, so if that's okay with you, I'll do that for you. If you would prefer me to measure them all, please let me know. And then we'll do that as we go through the colours for you, if that's okay. But if you're happy with the largest and the smallest, then that's perfect as well. Sorry, I'm just wrapping up the shells. Okay, so if we dry the pearls up for you, then like I say, I'll be popping them in the sand and going through the colours here. On the tea table, please. Thank you. So I can do an updated order list soon, guys, because Aaron's brought in my prints for me. fine with the largest on the smallest? Perfect. Oh. So let's pop that there. And then, like I said, I'll start with the darker ones and then we'll go through to the lighter ones. So your first pearl is a darker black. So he does have that slight lighter area there, so two-tonal, but he does, majority of him is that gorgeous dark black there. Your next pearl is a darker black again, but this one's got that hint of blue, so it's not a true black. So extremely dark with that hint of blue. We've then got this one, which has got the green, so it's a very dark forest green. So again, I'm hoping you can see the colour differences there. So when I put them in the sand, you should be able to see, there we go, the colour differences. Your next pearl is a very dark black cherry. Oh, he's two-tonal. So this one's lighter and darker as you go around, black cherry colour. So it goes quite dark, round into the lighter. And then this one here is a darker purple. Again, it's quite hard to see the colours today, but he does have that dark, deep purple to him. So black, blue, green, black cherry and purple. Your next dark pearl is this one, which is a darker gunmetal grey. We've got this one, which is a chocolate silver, so a base chocolate with a silver overtone. And then again, a second chocolate silver. Okay, so there are the darker pearls. If we move into your lighter pearls, you've got a Cadbury purple. Again, it's slightly two-tonal with lighter and darker areas there. You've got a brighter grape purple. A lilac purple. And then a second lilac purple, which is two-tonal. So again, brighter lilac there, going into the lighter lilac, so two-tonal lilac. Moving into a candy floss pink. I'm just going to move those up slightly. And then this one here is a gorgeous watermelon. He is such a bright, vibrant colour. I haven't seen a watermelon this bright in a little while, actually. Gorgeous, bright watermelon there. Moving into the burgundy red from there, actually. So this is a brighter burgundy red. That line of colour there is gorgeous. We then have got a bright coral, almost orange in tone. And then we've got a slightly lighter coral. So those two are similar, but one's brighter, one's lighter. You've got a two-tonal autumn peach and I believe blue on there. So it's like autumn peach, lighter and brighter areas. And he looks like he's got a hint of blue in that darker area there. I don't know if the camera's picking it up right there. But two-tonal autumn peach. And then you've got a gold as well. So you can see the difference, hopefully, with the autumn peach and the gold. They're similar, but they are different. Moving through to a lemon yellow. We then have got a bridal white. A icy blue, which is two-tonal lighter and brighter areas. A TARDIS blue. A sea green. And a apple green. Again, slightly two-tonal. What do you think to all of those, Anika? Now, if you're happy with these, they are all yours, my lovely. If you're not happy with the colour shades, we can swap them for you. And if you'd like some time to think about it, you can take a screenshot of these and then email me your choice across whenever you're ready. So it's completely up to you. Now, if I run these through the board, we said we'll do the largest and the smallest. So the visually smallest may be the grape purple. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He is a 6.5. The lighter coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And the yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. So the smallest pearl, or actually the blue, icy blue, is not a 5, not a 5.5 yet. He's a 6.5. So the smallest pearl is a 6.5. If we measure your largest pearl, that dark, deep purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. The watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. The black one at the start is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. And the burgundy red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, oh, not a 7, he's a 7.5. So the smallest is a 6.5, the largest is a 7.5. And Nika, you love them all. Perfect. Well, I'm glad you're happy with them. You've got such a beautiful range of colours there as well. They sort of go round through the colour spectrum. They are lovely. I hope you'll be happy with them once they arrive as well. Let me just bring you back up. Oh, you get a donated pearl as well. I nearly forgot, my lovely. So let me do your donated pearl. And I'm going to drop it to that side. You have got a coral pearl with your donated pearl. So I'll just hold that up as well. So that one here. So this one I think is just in between your two corals. I'll just have a look. Oh no, it's slightly lighter than your two, so it would go there. Okay, so you'll have that one as well. So I'm glad you're happy with those, my lovely. Let me just pop them in here for you. Sorry, it just takes me a moment. There we go. Perfect. Love that one too. Brilliant. Well, I've wrapped up your shells as well. And if I pop this on here, that's all safe up there for you. So, Anika, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. We are in a different room, yes. I've had to come out of the office for today and come into the house. Oh, was it not, Karen? Oh, I'm so sorry. If you email back, I'll be able to add it on. I do apologise if I missed that off the invoice there. You're very, very welcome, Anika. So what I'm doing is I'm just quickly doing an updated order list and then we will carry on. I'll pop the order list in the comments so you can see. So if anybody would like to order, there is still space available today and the wait wouldn't be too long of a wait. I think there's 11 people altogether. I may be wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, I'm good. That was just at a glance. So let's pop that there. So that is the updated order list there. So up next is Naomi Hazard. Naomi, are you here? No, Kristen, you haven't. You're 3 people away, so not long at all. Naomi, hello, hello, hello. You're very welcome, my lovely. Let me mark you as here. Naomi, can you just confirm, are you still happy with your egg pop? Oh, I put the oysters down there a second ago so I could do the swaps. So if I bring up the egg pop bag, just confirm, are you still happy for a egg pop? So you've got this one. Oh, the eyes are slight. Oh, I'm gonna have to make them central now. Now I've seen it. Absolutely brilliant. So let's go down and let me just make these central. Where's my mouse gone? It was over there. Nope. Ta-da! That was gonna make me annoyed. Okay, so you've got your egg pop here. Are there certain colours you're hoping for? And you've got 3 pearls in that one. So if I bring you up here, you've got a blurple. So in some lights he'll look more blurple, in some lights he'll look more blue, and actually he's two-tonal as well, so he's got lighter and darker areas there. You've got a dark purple, which is two-tonal with silver, and you've got this olive green, which is again two-tonal with chocolate, so two-tonal olive green and chocolate. If we do your donated pearl as well, and you've got a bright, bold coral pearl there. So I'm going to run these through the board for you. Blurple, purple, olive green and chocolate, and coral. Now, if you're happy with these, Naomi, they are yours. If you're not happy, we can swap them for you. If I run them through the board. The blurple purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. The dark purple silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. Not a 7.5, he's an 8. Chocolate olive green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And your coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he is a 7.5. And you're happy with those? Brilliant. So if I pop these in here for you, Naomi, my lovely, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. That's safe on there, and then that's up there for you as well. Perfect. So if you would like to order, you can do so on our website here. Pearls with, oh bless you, Sue, you beat me to it, thank you. pearlsofbrecon.com. That brings us to, up next is Shauna Hammonds. Shauna, are you here? So I'm just trying to reach my tea. Oh. Aaron. I spilt my tea. It stuck to the table. You're not a problem. I spilt the tea. It stuck to the table. Okay, there we go. She did. She got a coral donated pearl. No, it's a different person, Kat. But thank you. Shauna, hello, 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 my lovely. Let me mark you off as here as well. So Shauna, you have got 3 openings altogether. Would you like to have oysters or egg pops, my lovely? Or you can have a mix of them. That's completely up to you. But 3 openings altogether, what would you like to do? Yeah, so there is just a bad smell in the office at the moment. So it's coming from outside, but I can smell it inside, which is why I've just come into the house until it sort of passes slightly. Shauna, oysters. Okay, so 3 mystery oysters. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So let me get these open for you. 1, 2, 3. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So Shauna, oyster number 1, which of course is your mystery oyster. Oh, keep 1 set of shells, donate the other. So what we'll do is we'll keep the first set just in case they break when we open them, because if they do, I can then keep the second set for you instead. Okay, and love all colours. Okay, so we'll see what comes out and then we'll go from there. Oyster number 1. Slight double pop there. And in here, there's a little bit of flesh there, but we can see that there's no pearls on that side. And if we have a squidge in here, oh, 1 and 2, 3, and there's no more in that one. Shauna, you have triples. You have got 3 pearls in your first oyster, my lovely. Very spring, summery colours here as well. So I'm just cleaning up the shells for you. So that's your shells there. We'll donate the other 2. So thank you ever so much for that. And if we dry up your pearls here as well, and I'll pop them in the sand. No, Cindy, you haven't been called yet, my lovely. I don't believe you're far off, though. No, you're 2 away, Cindy. Okay, so your first colour is a apple green. Now, this apple green is slightly two-tonal. He does look like he's got a few darker green spots on him. There we go. So you've got apple green with a few darker spots, but beautiful bright colour there. You've got a sunshine yellow. And you've got a bright autumn peach, which is as well two-tonal. So you've got lighter and brighter areas there. So apple green, sunshine yellow and autumn peach to start with. Moving on to oyster number 2. Soft pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And if we have a, oh, I think I can see right at the top there, there we go, a little pocket at the top, and there's no more in that one. You have got a two-tonal blue. So this is two-tonal with TARDIS and Pepsi blue, I believe. So the TARDIS blue is the darker of the blues, and then the Pepsi blue is slightly lighter. So lighter and darker areas there. Moving on to your last oyster, Shauna, which again is your mystery oyster. Lighter double pop. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And if we have, oh, a pearl ran straight out there. You've got a darker pearl. And I think, is that just the, no, it's not. You are twinning. I thought that could be the tail there. So that dark bit there is actually the tail. So that's not a pearl there, just the oyster tail. But twinning in your last oyster. So triples and then a single pearl and then twins. Now these twins here look like they're a dark forest green twin. So I'm just drying them up for you. Yeah, they do look like they've got that dark green hint to them. And then if we do your donated pearl as well, and it looks like to be a darker chocolate silver. Let me just have a look. He is, so he's a base chocolate with a silver overtone. So altogether you've got an apple green, sunshine yellow and autumn peach, two-tonal blue, chocolate silver and twinning forest greens. Now Shauna, I'm going to run these through the board for you, and whilst I'm doing that, if you let me know if you're happy with these colours, that's perfect. If you're not happy, we can swap them for you, and then I'll need to know which ones you'd like where on your jewellery. So the apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Sunshine yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. Autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. The blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. And the chocolate silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. Your olive green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. I said olive green, I meant forest green. I do apologise. And then forest green number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5 as well. So they are measuring the same size there. Now I'm just going to wrap your shells up for you, and then I'll hold them up again so you can have a look and let me know what you think and what you'd like to do. With pastel pearls, Victoria, no. So the different types of oysters when they're all in stock is a mix of all colours, which is what we've got now, or we've got light rainbow colours and dark rainbow colours, and that's not in respect to pastel colours, that's just sort of the lighter shades compared to the darker shades, like the gunmetals, chocolates, silvers, dark blues, to the light greens, yellows, corals, if that makes sense. So Shauna, the colours are perfect. Blue on a hoop for the pendant and lobster claw on the apple green, yellow and peach. Okay, I'm just going to bring you up so I can have a look, so I can write this down at the same time, because I have to bring the order form in front of me. So colours are perfect. Which ones would you like on the items you've ordered, my lovely? So you'd like to be invoiced for lobster on apple green, yellow and peach. Blue on a hoop for a pendant. So is that an individual hoop, or would you like that attached onto the charm that you've got? Or is that like an individual hoop fitting, if that makes sense? And then also, what pearls would you like on the item as well? And we did the I was just thinking, did we do the donated pearl? We did. Hoop on the pendant. Yep, I've got that down for you. So blue on the second orders item. And then which two would you like on the earrings, my lovely? So if we go down again, just so we can go through, we're going to have these three you'd like to be invoiced on lobster fittings. The blue you'd like on the charm, which is on the hoop fitting. And then that leaves you with these bottom three. Are you happy with those colours? If not, we can swap them. And I'll need to know which two you'd like on your last item. What do you think? Two apple greens from the last live that you got that you want on earrings. Okay, do you know the order number of that live? So you're happy with the 3 loose pearls there then, and then we'll pop these ones in here. And then I'll have a quick look to see if we can do that with the other greens. So let me just see if I can bring that up. We are in a different place today, yes. So Shauna, okay, so I found the order here, my lovely. So if I make a note, apple green order, and you'd like apple green from order. Okay, so I've got that all down for you. So let me just confirm. On the charm, which is on a hoop fitting, you'd like to have the blue. You're going to be invoiced for the apple green, the yellow and the peach on lobster fittings. That invoice will get sent across tomorrow for you. It will go to the email address that's on the order form. For your earrings, you'd like to have your apple greens, which is from the order from the live on the 6th of August, so 2 days ago, so Sunday's live. I've got the order number there as well, so that's fine. So those greens will go onto the earrings. I've kept one of your shells for you and you've donated the other ones. So I hope that's all correct there, Shauna, if you could just confirm for me. I'm going to pop it over here. Like I say, just confirm that I haven't missed anything, if that's okay. Thank you, Chelsea. It looks a bit weird on the camera, doesn't it? It looks like it's moving, the wallpaper. It's very, very strange. All correct? Perfect, Shauna. Well, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives then, and you're very, very welcome. Up next today is Kristen Williams. Kristen, are you here? Thank you, Soraya. Oh, let me bring Bo back onto the screen. Okay, so Kristen, you was here not long ago, so hopefully you're still here. Ingrid, yes. So if you're pre-booking for a live in the future, so for example, Friday, Sunday or next Tuesday, you can request to have it near the start of the live. That's not a problem. So that on the order form, there's additional instructions if you pop it in there. However, if you order on the day and ask to be popped near the front, that may then not be possible, just depending on how many other people have also requested the same thing. So sort of the sooner you book in to be near the front, the better. But also you'll get an email from me just to confirm saying you're in the top 3, in the top 5 sort of thing, if that makes sense. He would possibly do, Sue, yeah, but at the moment he's sitting up, so no chance yet. Oh, I'm going to go back up. So I'm looking for Kristen Williams. We have quite a few cupboards full of mugs, yeah. He hasn't, Rosemary, no. I can ask him actually. Bab, when are you making the ear? He's like,
I'm just waiting for the bits to turn up.
Oh, we're still waiting on that. Oh, I didn't realise. So we're still waiting on something for the printer before we can. We did have parcels arrive today, yeah. Just haven't opened them. Yeah, so we're just waiting for bits to arrive and then he can set the machine up again. So currently looking for Kristen Williams. Kristen, are you here? I'm going to scroll up just in case I missed her. Now, if anyone can see Kristen, please comment on her comment. It will bring it forward so I can see. No, I haven't seen her yet. And Kristen, if you're here, please type I'm invisible because that will bring it forward so I can see as well. Not a problem, Ingrid. Any questions though, please feel free to email me and we'll get back to you as soon as I can. How have you not opened parcels? It's been a very busy day, Rosemary. So Aaron, bless him, has helped with the office today. Since home, he's, because obviously he had work as well. But yeah, since home, he's helped pull the remaining bits of it apart just to make sure. I mean, it was definitely not from the office anyway, but for my sanity, I needed to double check the areas that I hadn't. So everything has basically been pulled out and put back in. So it's been a busy day today. Kristen, hello, my lovely. So you do have 3 egg pops and 1 oyster. So what we'll do is we'll do your oyster opening first and then your egg pops afterwards, if that's okay. So with your oyster opening, would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours you're hoping for? So let's go down. Your mystery oyster. Keep or donate your shells, my lovely. Softer pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. So you can see that there's no pearls on that side and we're donating them. Bless you. Thank you, my lovely. So if we have a squidge in here, and there's no more in that one. So you have triples. You have got 3 pearls from your mystery oyster. Now I'm just going to dry them up for you and then we'll pop them in the sand so you can have a closer look. Now I haven't seen, I haven't asked, are there certain colours you're hoping for, my lovely? Your first one is a brighter watermelon. You've got a lavender pearl. And you've got a darker gunmetal grey. Actually, I changed that. He is a black a gorgeous bright dark black. Watermelon, lavender and black. I'm going to do your donated pearl now as well before the egg pops. And you've got a candy floss pink. Okay, so with your donated pearl, you have got a gorgeous candy floss pink as well. So I'll pop him next to the black, and then that way, there we go. Pink and black always go beautifully together, don't they? Right, so if we bring you back up to do your egg pops. And in here, we've got 1 and 2 and 3. So let's go back down. Egg pop number 1. And you've got 2 pearls in that one. So you've got a blurple. So blurple is a mix between a blurple and, a purple and a blue. So in some lights he'll look more blue, in some lights he'll look more purple. And you've got a icy blue. So again, lighter and brighter areas there with the icy blue. Both quite large pearls with that one. The pink is a candy floss pink. Moving on to your next egg pop. And you've got 4 pearls in that one. So you've got a darker gunmetal grey. A black cherry. A silver, a silver chocolate. And a sunshine yellow. Are they different? Sorry, I can't see that, Rosemary. Let me scroll up to see if I can find your comment. Are they lighter? No. I mean, they're different to the oysters, like, so they're different to the Expand the Rainbow and New Rainbow oysters, but they're not different to our normal mystery oysters, if that makes sense. Moving on to your last egg pop, Kristen, and then what we'll do is we'll go through the colours again for you. And you've got 3 pearls in that one. I'm going to be surrounded by eggs. So in here, you've got a bright coral, a lighter autumn peach, and a darker silver. Okay, what do you think to all of these? Oh, Ingrid, bless you. Thank you ever so much for the stars there. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you, my lovely. Now, Kristen, if I go through the colours for you, you have got a watermelon, lilac purple, a black and a candy floss pink, blurple and icy blue, gunmetal grey, black cherry, a chocolate and a sunshine yellow, coral, autumn peach and a silver. Now, if you're happy with these, I'll need to know which one you'd like on your jewellery. And if you're not happy, I can swap them for you for colours of your choice. If I run them through the board for you, and then you can let me know what you'd like to do as we go. Your silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the brighter coral's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. The sunshine yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Darker chocolatey purples, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Black cherries, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the gunmetal greys, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And your blurple is not a 5, not a 5.5, 7.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And then last but not least, your Candy Floss Pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The black is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Lilac Purple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the Watermelon's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7 as well. And sorry, Kimberly, bless you. Thank you for the stars there, my lovely. Again, very, very kind of you. And Cadian, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. It's a beautiful name. And thank you for the stars there as well. Again, it's extremely kind of you, my lovely. Kristen, you'd like to have your watermelon on the jewellery. That's perfect. It's a beautiful bright watermelon there. And then can you have the rest on hoop fittings? Of course you can. So all of the rest on hoop fittings and watermelon on the jewellery. That's not a problem. Let me bring you back up here. And then I'll write that down for you. Oh, bless you, Dawn, as well. Thank you for the stars though, my lovely. You guys are extremely kind. Thank you. So, Kristen, the invoice for the hoop fittings, that will get sent across for you tomorrow, and it will go to the email address that's on the order form. Just popping them safely in here for you. So if I write that down to confirm, watermelon on the jewellery, and you'd like to be invoiced for the rest of them on hoop. Brilliant. I've got that down for you, my lovely. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well. You're very, very welcome. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. Oh, bless you, Leah. Thank you as well for the stars there. Very, very kind again. What do the stars do? So the stars are like an online tip, if you like. So for each star sent, it equates to around 1 cent, because Facebook works in dollars, so around a penny a star. And then those donations go towards obviously the business. So it goes towards all the games that we do, all the themes and the decorations and all the little extras. Like in the double dip we had, if you found the sticker, you get the crystal charm. And obviously those crystal charms, they're not free, but things like the stars can then help, so I can do the extras in the games, if that makes sense. So it all sort of goes back into the business. Oh, bless you, Helen. Well, you're very, very welcome. Thank you, Kirsty. Right, up next today is Cindy Brown. Now, Cindy, you was here not long ago either. So, Cindy, are you here? To buy stars, that's on Facebook, Michelle. So you can do it. So on the comments, if you click the star button, Facebook will then take you through to, and then you can purchase stars. They then go on your account, and then you can choose who you sort of send them to and how many you send them to. So even if you bought them from the comments here, you wouldn't be limited to just sort of send them here. You could send them all somewhere else if you like. Alternatively, if you go to your Facebook settings, I believe there's an option in there that you can purchase stars. Cindy, hello, hello, hello. Cindy, you have got 2 openings altogether. Can you confirm, would you like oyster openings or would you like egg pops? Not a problem, Michelle. Can you have egg pops, Cindy? So just to confirm, you'd like to have 2 egg pops, is that correct? I keep thinking that's my top, but it's not, it's the armrest. I'm like, oh, what's that? But no. So I'm going to grab the egg pops, but just confirm before I open them that you'd like to have the 2 egg pops. Yes? Okay, perfect. So are there certain, oh, don't all tip out, are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So we've got 2 pinks. They're just slightly different shades of pink, but 2 pinks there. So if we go straight down, so egg pops, are there certain colours you're hoping for? Number 1, Cindy. And you've got 3 pearls in that one. So your first one, you're hoping for olive greens, okay. Your first one is a dark purple, and it's almost like a dark grape purple. He is slightly brighter and slightly lighter in areas, so gorgeous 2-tonal grape purple. You've got a bright Barbie pink, and you've got a natural rose gold as well. You may be able to hear my dogs sort of walking around, and yet if they shake you can hear the collars. Moving on to your second egg pop. And you've got 3 pearls in that one as well. So in here you've got a darker purple, so darker than your first purple. Oh, let me get him focused here. There we go. So you've got 2-tonal purple there. He almost looks like he's got that sort of blue tone to him. So blue and purple. You've got a burgundy red. And you've got a 2-tonal yellow. So this yellow is sunshine yellow with a gorgeous watermelon spot on him. So sunshine yellow with a watermelon spot. What do you think to these? I'm just going to readjust. Oh, and actually, Cindy, let me do your donated pearl as well. I was just adjusting that yellow there so you could see. So your donated pearl. And you've got an icy blue. So you've got 7 different colours here, Cindy. Now, if you're happy with these, I'll need to know which 2 you'd like on your jewellery. And if you're not happy, I can, of course, swap them for you for the colours of your choice. So it's completely up to you. So 2-tonal purple, pink, rose gold, darker purple, burgundy red, lemon yellow and watermelon, and a icy blue as well. Let me run them through the board for you. Emma, so on the website, if you click on the item of jewellery you're interested in the description there, it will say if it comes with the oyster openings or not. Most of the jewellery on the website, unless it's a ready-made item, do come with their oyster openings to give the correct amount of pearls for them, for that item. So for example, earrings would be 2 oysters and so on. So, but if it definitely says in the description there of each item. So the dark 2-tonal purples, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The Barbie pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And your rose gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The dark purples, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The black cherry burgundy red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Your yellow with the watermelon spot is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And last but not least, the donated icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he is a 6.5. Cindy, what do you think to these, my lovely? Like I say, if you would like to swap them, we can do so. Or if you're happy with these, that's perfect. I'll need to know which 2 you would like on your jewellery. What do you think? What would you like to do? Just going to refresh my comments here, make sure I'm not missing anything. There we go. Barbie pink is on trend. Barbie pink is on trend at the moment. My daughter wants to go see that, so we're going to take her to go see that at some point. But my son doesn't want to see it, which is the issue because Aaron's at work and there's one of me. So I've just got to work out how to do one and not the other. And he would not enjoy it, bless him, if we took him. He's not that kind. Or he wouldn't like sit there to be in the cinema. He just wouldn't like it. Is it, Ingrid? Is it a good film? Yeah, we've moved for the day, Pamela. Donate the yellow to Jutta. Oh, bless you. Of course we can. Swap the purple and the dark purple for 2 olive greens for the jewellery. And keep the icy blue, but donate the rest accordingly. Oh, Jutta, that's extremely kind. Now, olive greens, I may have chocolate olive greens. I don't know if I have matching olive greens. And I do have a weight for the bright olive greens. Definitely got a weight for those. So these ones are all very chocolatey olive. They're not sort of a bright olive. So if you don't mind waiting, I can do that for you. However, I've got these two, which are two-tonal olive and chocolatey silver. So let me show you these. So they're olive, chocolate and silver. If I just readjust how I'm holding it. So you can see the olive there, but they're not sort of the bright, bold olive. And then pearl number 2, again, silver, chocolate and olive. What would you think to those? If not, like I say, there is going to be a weight on those olives, and I do have somebody else on the waiting list as well, so that I don't know how long of a wait it would be. So swap the purple and the dark purple. I'm actually just going to pop them to the side just in case you're not happy with those. Oh, you are happy with those. So those 2 on the jewellery, that's not a problem. I can do that for you. So these 2 purple swapped out. You'd like to give the yellow with the coral spot to Jutta. That's very, very kind of you. Don't have a piece of paper, so I'll get that wrote down in a second. You'd like to keep the icy blue for you, and then these 3 would like to pop in the donate bag. That's very, very kind of you as well, Cindy. Bless you. So let me bring you back up so I can write this down. So the donate bag's got 3 additional pearls there. Let me pop these in here. And this one in here as well. Bab, are you able to grab me a piece of paper or I normally use my Post-its, but you don't have to go to the office, but can you grab me something I can write on, please? You're very welcome, Cindy. So I'm just writing down olive green on the jewellery. You've kept your blue, and then I'm going to pop, Aaron's just grabbing me something to write on, to pop a note on the yellow so I don't forget. Thank you, Ev. I'm going to make it small anyway. Thank you, darling. If I keep that there. Okay. Gift to Jutta from Cindy Brown. Okay, and that's on there for you as well, Cindy. So Cindy, my lovely, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, and that's safe up there for you. Okay, up next today is Naomi Hall. Naomi, are you here? So the donated pearls are people who have been paying it forward. So yeah, just people, customers, and you guys from the lives have been paying forward pearls, and then they sort of go to the next person on the order list a pearl at a time. So we've just got a little collection here that each person gets until they run out, if that makes sense. Now Naomi, hello. Now just because it is a different name on Facebook to the order form, I'm just going to have a quick look on the order actually, just in case you have already popped it there. I've lost my mouse again, there we go. Now if you haven't popped it there, can you just confirm the second part of the email address for me? So don't put the whole email address, just from the @ onwards, just to confirm that it is you. And like I said, it's just because it's a different name on the order form to Facebook. But I'm just bringing up the order to see if there is any additional notes that I may have. No, there's not one on there, that's fine. There we go. Oh, and that's brilliant. Thank you, Naomi. Okay, so you have got one opening altogether. Would you like to have an egg pop, or would you like to have a oyster opening? It is, Sue. I agree with that. Definitely. And there's still 6 pearls in the donated bag, and they've been going for everyone's day already, so it's crazy. Not crazy, it's lovely. Oyster, Naomi? Okay, brilliant. So is there a certain colour you're hoping for, and would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? So if we go down, your mystery oyster, good luck. Soft pop there. Donate the shells and any colour. Okay, so there's your mother of pearl. A little bit of a pearl blister there, but we can definitely see there's no pearls on that side. I can see nestled in the flesh though a beautifully bright watermelon. And let me have a squidge. Okay, so there's no more in that one. So you have got a bright watermelon, Naomi. Let me dry him up for you. Yes, everyone has got one so far, Zoe. And then, so that is your watermelon. If we get your donated pearl as well. Oh, and it's that one there, which is, oh, I think that's another watermelon. It is. You've got another watermelon. Now, they are slightly different shades. So the gifted one is just slightly lighter there, and he's two-tonal with lighter and brighter areas. So bright watermelon and then a lighter two-tonal watermelon as well. Naomi, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. They are yours. If you're not happy, I can swap them for you for colours of your choice. So you just need to let me know what you think and what you'd like to do. If I run them through the board, the bright watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. he is a 7. And the lighter two-tonal watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He is a 7.5. Okay, what do you think, Naomi, and what would you like to do? Swap the light one for a chocolate brown. Okie dokie. Should we go? I've gone for a chocolate bronze. However, if you'd like to go for more of a sort of chocolatey chocolate, I can do that for you as well. So that one there, if I show you, just slightly bronzy to his colouring. What do you think to that? Oh, bless you, Sue. Sorry for the squeaking. I don't like that squeaking noise. It's just the lids sometimes are a little bit squeaky. Squeakly? Squeaky. That's great. Okay, Naomi, that's perfect. They are yours. Let's put them in here for you. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well, my lovely. If I pop this in here for you. And that's safe up there, so I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. Okay, up next today is Victoria Sutton. Victoria, are you here? Have I ever done a Zoom live? I haven't, no. I haven't thought about it. I mean, I haven't done openings on another platform apart from YouTube when Facebook went down for me. However, if there's enough interest, I'm not against it. So I am happy to go live on other platforms. But yeah, it's just if there would be interest there to do so. It's just complete habit, Amber. So they're not a he, but it's just that since the start, I just refer to the pearls and the oysters as he, and that's just habit that I've got into. Now, Victoria, hello, hello, hello. You have got one opening altogether. Would you like to have an oyster or a egg pop? Yeah, it's just a habit. Should do a Christmas Zoom live. Secret Santa, everyone's so kind. Oh, because I mean, faces to names would be crazy, wouldn't it? Absolutely crazy. I work better when I see somebody's face to a name. I sort of remember the face more than the name. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Can you have an egg pop? Okie dokie. So are there certain colours you're hoping for, Victoria? So in here, you have got a purple egg. Let's go down. So good luck, my lovely. And you've got 3 pearls in that one. You have got a brighter burgundy red. Oh, let me get it focused. No, Helen, if you would like to order, there's still space available for today. So brighter burgundy red. You've got a brighter autumn peach, and you have got a apple green. So burgundy red, autumn peach, and a apple green as well, Victoria. Now, if I grab your donated pearl as well. Oh, and in here you have got a rose gold pearl. So here is your rose gold. Now, Victoria, if you're happy with these colours, they are yours. If you're not happy, I can swap them for you for colours of your choice. And I'll need to know if you'd like to have a pearl on or off the jewellery. So you've got a burgundy red, an autumn peach, an apple green and a rose gold. If I run them through the board, your burgundy red is, oh, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. The rose gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he is a 7. Okay, what do you think, my lovely? What would you like to do? So if you're happy, that's perfect. If not, we can swap them and I'll need to know which one you'd like on the jewellery. Happy with them all, brilliant. And can you have the rose gold on the jewellery? Of course you can. So if I bring you back up and I'll write that down. So rose gold on there. Okay, so pop these in here for you. And these in here. Okay, so Tori, my lovely, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you, my lovely. Perfect. Has it been a while since we got a size 9? About a month and a half to 2 months, I think. I lose track with the 9s now, but actually probably more closer to 2 months since we've had a 9. You're very, very welcome, my lovely. Up next today is Michelle Dalton. Michelle, are you here? Michelle, hello, hello, hello. Let me mark off that you're here as well. So you've got one egg pop, Michelle, and then you've got another opening. With that opening, would you like to have another egg pop to make it 2 altogether, or would you like to have a oyster opening? Do we get trolls on here? Yes, we do. So we used to get like inundated with trolls, and we do still get them, yes. It's just whenever they turn up. So you've definitely got one egg pop with your other item. Both egg pops. Okie dokie. Are there certain colours you're hoping for, Michelle? Oh. So in here, you've got a purple and a green. So let's go down. Purple and a green. Are there certain colours you're hoping for? Your green egg. 2 pearls in there. And you have got a bright coral and a chocolate. So So a bright coral and a chocolate. Moving on to your second egg pop. 2 pearls in that one as well. And here you have got a dark purple, almost a silvery purple actually, so a dark silver purple, and a watermelon. It might be the colour of the night actually, these watermelons. They are stunning. So a beautifully bright watermelon as well. So if we do your donated pearl as well, Michelle, and then we'll go through them all so you can decide what you'd like to do. Oh, what colour is that? Let me have a closer look. Oh, he's a darker rose gold. Beautiful darker rose gold there. So a coral, a chocolate, a dark purple, a watermelon and a rose gold. What do you think to these? Now, if you're happy with these, Michelle, they are all yours. If you're not happy, I can swap them for you for colours of your choice. So it's completely up to you what you'd like to do. If I run them through the board for you, your coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a, oh sorry, he is a 6. The chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Was he an 8? Not a 7.5. Yes, he is an 8. Watermelon's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. And the rose gold's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He is a 7.5. Keep the rose gold and other 4 can you change? Yes, of course you can, my lovely. What colours would you like to change them for? So I'm just going to pop them to the side. But let me know what 4 colours you'd like to add in. And that's not a problem, Helen. I'll add you onto the order list, my lovely. Can you put the wax melt on, please, Aaron?
Sure.
Burgundy red. Light olive green to start with. Now the olive greens, again, I don't have any lighter ones. It would be the sort of chocolatey olive green. So if you're happy with a chocolatey olive green, I can do that for you. I'm just trying to see sort of the lighter one that I have. So again, I've got this one like we had earlier. He's slightly two-tonal silver and olive. I'm just trying to think which one's more olivey for you. Well, that one's more olivey actually. Let's show you that one. There will be a wait on sea greens. So sea greens went out on the last live, I'm afraid. So currently just waiting on some to come into my swaps. So if you would like to have a sea green, then I can definitely pop you on the waiting list for that. Now, like I said, this olive green is a chocolatey olive green, so he does have olive green sort of in him and flashes through, but he does have that sort of base chocolate. Again, if you're not happy with that one, that's fine, and if you don't mind going on a waiting list, I can do that for you, Michelle. No to the olive green, that's not a problem. I do apologise, it's just they're all like that sort of chocolatey olive at the moment. That's the closest ones I have available. And the sea green as well, I do apologise, it's just they're popular colours out of nowhere. I had loads of sea greens, and then all of a sudden, across like the space of 3 lives, they became very popular and all all got snapped up. Other greens that are not dark are probably the apple greens, to be fair. So we've got the brighter apple greens, possibly this one's brighter, one like that, and then these ones as well. So I'm looking for one which is just slightly lighter than the one you've got, just so you can see. And then I can go light, oh, wrong part, I can go lighter than that as well. Thank you, Sue, again. Chan, yes, Double Dip has finished. There will be a new game when we're back in the office. I was planning to launch one for today. However, as we're not in the office, I didn't have the room to do the wheel, and that's what I had planned to do. So hopefully we'll be back by Friday. I really hope we'll be back in there by Friday. I hope I'll be back in there tomorrow, to be fair. And then I will launch it as soon as we are. Because I could do the game with like a digital wheel and just like move the screen onto a digital wheel, but I just don't think it's the same unless we sort of do it in person. However, if it's going to be a long time out of the office, I will do something else, but I'm hoping it's not going to be a long time at all. No to the pale green, Michelle. Okay. Green wise, they're the only greens I have normally. We've got apple greens, sea greens, olive greens. And then after that, we do normally go into the darker ones. So we've got the red and the green. Let me hold them up so you can see. And then of course you've got your rose gold. So there's still 2 more colours that if you'd like to add in, or is there colours that you'd like to go on the waiting list for? Either way is fine with me. Patricia, bless you. Thank you ever so much for the stars there. That's very, very kind of you. Karen, yes, you're up next, my lovely. Oh, bless you, Michelle. If you'd like some time to think about it, you can email me your choice across, and then that way you can sort of have a think, and then just email whenever you're ready. If not, is there any sort of colours that you're into, and I can have a look to give you some options? But it's not a problem if you would like some time, because you just, when you're ready, email me with the 5-digit order number and then whatever colours you'd like. And if you'd still like to see them, I can then send a photo over, or if you're happy just to pick the colour and for me to add it, and we can do it that way. So that's up to you. Lynn, bless you. Thank you for the stars as well. Again, very, very kind. Thank you, my lovely. Looking at your colour palettes, you've got rose golds, red and green. So you're possibly looking for other greens. A gold would go with the green and the red and the rose gold. So like a goldy gold. So I'm just looking. Autumn peach would go with all of those as well. It's completely up to you. Let me hold them up. But again, yeah, there's no pressure. If you prefer to have some time to think about it. No, it's not a pain at all. So what I'll do is I'm going to add these two back in. So the coral and the watermelon I've added in. So when you email, just say to swap out the coral and the watermelon, just because I have to add them in. Otherwise, when you come to say what pearls you'll want, I'll have to take them out to add them in, if that makes sense. So just you're swapping out the coral and the watermelon. And then, like I say, if you'd like to see photos of them pearls in, I can take photos of the swaps and send them to you to confirm. Or if you're happy to just sort of say the colour, I'm happy to do that as well. So it's completely up to you, my lovely. And again, there's no rush. So whenever you're ready, send that email over with your 5-digit order number. And then I can get that all sorted for you. The email address is info@pearlsofbrecon.com. You can also find the email on the website as well. Okay, so Michelle, I'll make a note here that you're going to will email about colours. And then that way I won't send it off to you obviously until I've heard from you. Okay, so that's safe up there for you. And Michelle, I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Perfect. And up next then today is Karen Woolner. Now Karen, I saw you a moment ago, so are you still here? Michelle, you're very, very welcome. And honestly, you don't need to explain anything. It's your jewellery. You need to be happy with it. So if obviously I didn't have something, I couldn't offer you the sea greens and bits, which means it is a change. So you're very well within your right to have a think about it and wait until you know what colour you want. So it's not a problem at all. And then, like I say, just email me whenever you're ready and we'll get that booked in for you. So currently looking for Karen Woolner. Karen, are you still here? Thank you, Bam. Now, if anyone can see Karen, please comment on her comments. That will bring it forward so I can see. And Karen, if you're here, possibly type I'm invisible because it will bring the comment forward so I can see you as well. Oh, Bab. Oh, you sat down. I've got printy bits. Sorry, I just printed them. Hoods up. Oh, it looks freaky, Aaron. He looks freaky like that on the camera. Ooh. Right, last call for Karen then. If not, we'll move on. And then if she does come on, we'll add her back in again, but it would be to the end of the order list. So Karen Walner, are you here? It just looks freaky, like it, especially because it's dark now, it's freaky. Yeah, I'll take them here. Thank you, Bab. Claire, bless you. Thank you for these stars there. Very, very kind of you as well. Right, so I haven't seen Karen, so we're going to move on. And if she does come on, we'll add her back in again, but it will be to the end of the order list. Which means up next is Sherilyn Rowley. Sherilyn, are you here? Oh, Vicky, I hope you'll be happy once it all arrives. He is wearing a hood. So he's got a hoodie. He's got like what they called hoodie. Is it called an hoodie? Yeah, he's got an hoodie on, which is like a really big oversized hoodie. Sherilyn, hello, hello, hello. Now, Sherilyn, you've got one opening altogether. Would you like to have an egg pop or would you like to have an oyster opening, my lovely? So would you like an egg pop or would you like an oyster opening? Oyster, please. Donate the shells. Perfect. Is there a certain colour you're hoping for, Sherilyn? So, mystery oyster. Let's get him open. And let's go down. So, in here. Oh, softer pop with that one. And in here, we're donating the shells. So there is a little bit of flesh there, but you can definitely see that there's no pearls on that side. And straight at the top here, in a little pooch at the top, is a dark TARDIS blue. Now I've just seen you was hoping for a dark chocolate brown, and there's no more in that one. So that's just the, well, that's just the oyster tail down there. So there's nothing in that one. Now this blue is slightly darker than a TARDIS blue, so sort of in between a TARDIS and a midnight blue. So let me bring you up so I can show you this one. Now, of course, you did say you was hoping for a darker chocolate. So if you would like to swap this one, you can do so. It's completely up to you. We'll do your donated pearl as well. And this blue, actually, before I move on, does look like he's two-tonal. So if I slow down, you can see that he goes slightly lighter and darker as you go around the pearl there. If we do your donated pearl, and you've got a silver pearl there, so let me show you that one as well. Here is your silver. So two-tonal blue and a silver. Now, if you're happy with these colours, Sherilyn, that's perfect. I'll need to know which one you'd like on your jewellery. If, of course, you'd like to swap one or both of them, we can do that. And I'll just need to know what colours you'd like to swap in. And then again, which one you'd like on your jewellery. So if I run these through the board, your dark blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he is a 6.5. What do you think to these? What would you like to do? You did, Karen. I can add you back into the end of the order list if you would like me to. Swap the silver for a dark chocolate. Of course we can. Chocolate. There we go. So for a darker chocolate, how about that one there? Now, if you'd like to go darker than that, sorry. If you'd like to go darker than this chocolate here, I can do so. It's up to you. And then if you're happy with that one, is it the chocolate that you'd like on the jewellery? Not a problem, Karen. I'll add you back into the end of the order list. That's absolutely fine. That's perfect. And yes, chocolate on the jewellery. Brilliant. So blue is your loose pearl and chocolate will go on the jewellery for you. Let me just write this down. So we're going to have chocolate on there. Excuse me. Oh, my boy. There we go. So if I pop these in here for you. Okay, perfect. So Sherilyn, thank you for the donations with your shells. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. And that's safe up there for you. Okay. And up next would be Tara O'Connor. Tara, are you here? Oh, bless you, Sue. Well, good night, my lovely. Thank you for joining us today. And Karen, I've just added you back onto the order list. Okay. Jill, bless you. Thank you for the stars there. Very, very kind of you as well, my lovely. Thank you. It's for your wedding, your bridesmaids. Oh, I love that. Bridesmaids in chocolate coloured dresses. Oh, Sherilyn, I hope you have an amazing wedding and I hope you'll be happy with your order once it all arrives for you. And Tara, you're here. Hello, hello, hello. Tara, you have got a egg pop. Is there a certain colours that you're hoping for? So if we dive in here, you've got a yellow one. And let's go down. So are there certain colours you're hoping for? 3 pearls in that one. You have got a dark chocolate and silver. So 2-tonal chocolate and silver. You've got a brighter pink. And you've got a coral. So chocolate and silver, pink and coral. And then there's only 2 donated pearls left. So you have got the burgundy red pearl here. So a brighter burgundy red pearl. Oh, let me get him focused for you. I have, Helen. I'll pop it in the comments in a moment. What do you think to these? Now that chocolate silver does have a little imperfection on him there. So if I just hold it up so you can see. Again, a pearl is a natural made product. Where's the imperfection gone? So sometimes pearls can have imperfections on. And of course, if you're not happy, I can swap him for a sort of colour match or for a different colour of your choice. So chocolate, pink, coral and burgundy red. If you're happy, they are yours, Tara. If you're not happy, we can swap them for you. So it's completely up to you. The chocolate silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the burgundy red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he is a 7.5. Donated pearls are gifted as like a pay it forward by people who have had their openings, and then how it works is it's just the next person on the order list gets a random donated pearl, and then that keeps going until they run out. Okay, so it's just if you've got an order and there's donated pearls available, you'll definitely get one. Can we swap all but the red? Yes, of course you can. So keep the red, swap these 3 out, and you would like to have in that place a purple blurple, icy blue, and so that if you'd like to have an oil slick, there would be a weight on the oil slick. I don't know how long the wait would be. If you don't mind waiting, then that's absolutely not a problem. If you prefer not to wait, would there be a different colour you would like to have? So a purple blurple, I'd say, is that one there. I'll hold it up for you in a moment. I'm just going to grab the icy blue as well. Icy blue. So yeah, with the oil slick, would you like to wait for the oil slick and go on the waiting list, or is there a different colour you would like? And here are the 2 we've added in so far. So that's the purple blurple and a brighter icy blue. And here is the order list for those of you who have ordered. I've done it from the next person on the order list, who is Dawn, but obviously we're on Tara at the moment. I do have watermelon. Let's have a look. Go for sort of a brighter watermelon. That one there is stunning. Have a look at this one as well. Let me know, would you be happy with that shade there? Oh, these are the ones which you're swapping out for. So I'm just going to take those out because they just ran forward. So if you're happy with these, you've got the brighter burgundy red at the back, then you've got purple blurple, brighter icy blue, and a watermelon as well. Swap the dark red to wait for an oil slick. Oh, of course you can. So I'm going to keep the red in there because then I'll write it down, so then we've got something to swap out. So happy with the others, but we're going to swap red to oil slick, and you don't mind waiting. So hopefully it won't be too long of a wait, but I'll keep you updated with sort of if we're still waiting or not through email. And then once you get a dispatched email, you'll know that it's been sent and it has been swapped for you. Okay, so Tara, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. An oil slick is normally a darker based colour, like a gunmetal grey colour, with flashes of greens, purples and blues. So almost like how you see like an oil slick on the road, and it's got like those rainbow colours all merged in and sort of mixed around. It's like that, but on a pearl. So it could be a week, it could be a couple of weeks, it could be month or months, it could be anything. It all depends on when that colour comes into my swaps. So I have a list of obviously different colours, and then that person and the date that they've asked for it goes on the list. And then so that person would then have that colour first, if that makes sense. So it's as soon as that colour comes into my swaps, I have a look to see on the list if it is one being waited on. If it is, it goes straight to that person. If not, then it goes in my swaps available for everybody to choose from, if that makes sense. So I can't say how long it would be. It would literally depend on as soon as it comes available. You're very, very welcome, Tara. Thank you, Kathy. Up next is Dawn Allen. Dawn, are you here? Dawn, hello, hello, hello. You've got 2 openings altogether, Dawn. Would you like to have 2 oysters, or would you like to have egg pops, or one of each? We are in a different room just for today. Fingers crossed, just for today. I'm fine, thank you, Lisa. I hope you're well as well. Hayley, we've got all sorts of mugs out at the moment. Normally we rotate them through the year, but because we had Pearls with Brecken had business in July, had Christmas in July, we've got all the mugs mixed up everywhere. So I've still got the Christmas mugs. Dawn, can you have oysters? Of course you can. So can you donate the shells? Not a problem. Is there certain colours you're hoping for, Dawn? So let me get these open. There's 1 and 2. So let's go down. So oyster number 1. Lighter, softer pop there. And first one, there's your mother of pearl. So you can definitely see that there's no pearls in that one. Now in here, it looks like it is the colour of the night. You do have a watermelon pearl there. And that dark bit in there is just the oyster tail, so that's not a pearl there. So first pearl out is a brighter watermelon. Moving on to oyster number 2. Ooh, double pop with that one. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. So again, you can see that there's no pearls on that side. And if we have a squidge in here, again, I can see towards the side there, if I pop him out and have a squidge, and there's no more in that one, Dawn. So in here you've got a icy blue. So a bright watermelon and a icy blue. And if I do your donated pearl as well, so you're the last person, so that's the last donated pearl there, and that is a brighter pink as well. So watermelon, icy blue, and a brighter pink. Now, Dawn, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. I'll need to know which two you'd like on your jewellery. If you're not happy, we can swap them for you. And I'll just need to know which colours you'd like to swap out and which colours you'd like to swap in, and then, of course, which two you'd like on your jewellery. So if I run these ones through the board, the watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He is a 7.5. Icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And the candy floss pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5 as well. Yeah, we've got a large range of jewellery on our website, and you can have the pearls on them. Yep, 25 pearl oysters are still on the website, I believe, as well. Yeah, we had a 25 pearl oyster opening earlier on this evening, actually. We don't have a new office, no. I've come indoors for today's opening. Because short story, my office has got a bad smell around it. So I'm just going to pop the website in the comments for you. www.palswithbrecken.com. Oh, swap the blue and the pink for 2 purple blurples for the earrings. Oh, blue and the pink. There we go. And the watermelon can be put on the pixie charm with a lobster fitting. Okie dokie. Let me get the blurple purples for you. So these are for the earrings. Let me just find 2 the same shade and size for you. Okay, so these 2 here. So I'm going to hold this up and let you have a look, and then I'll just double check to make sure I can book that in for you as well. So would you be happy with those 2? I'm just going to bring you back up. And what was it? The pixie charm. Yes, please. Happy with those, Dawn? Brilliant. So pixie charm on a lobster fitting. So invoice for watermelon on, yes, it's in stock. So pixie charm on a lobster. Brilliant. So let me just book that in here for you. That invoice, that will get sent across for you tomorrow. It will go to the email address that's on the order form, Dawn. Just letting that save and book in. There we go. So you've definitely got one of those. So if I pop your pearls in here as well. Dawn, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Catherine, it does. Dawn, thank you for the donations with your shells as well. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. Now, Catherine, yeah, so the top of it says Blurple. Obviously, you're seeing a backwards mirror image, so but that one says Blurple. Now, I didn't know that I'd spelt this one wrong until somebody on the live of quite a while ago told me. Now, I just haven't peeled the sticker off to relabel it, and I labelled the top and the bottom at different times because I labelled all the sides, and then I realised actually once they're all next to each other, I can't see them, so I need the names on the top. But yeah, I did misspell it massively. Okay, up next today is Helen Dickinson. Helen, are you here? Helen, you was definitely here earlier. Oh, so hopefully you're still here. Donated shells, they get cleaned up and sanitised, and they go to my mum's nursery, who uses them in different activities with the children. There's just a couple of images of what they do. Craft activities, learning through play, collages, textures, just bits like that. Helen, hello. Now, Helen, oh, let me just have a look. I'm not with my printer, so I'm just double checking. I do apologise, my lovely. You have popped the different name here. Thank you for doing so. It's just because I'm not with my printer, it didn't print that bit out. But hello, my lovely. So you have got a egg pop. Is there certain colours you're hoping for? So in here, and let's go down. So this is a plain yellow one. Oh, let's put the camera back off the donated shells. Okay, and go down. So you're hoping for deep blues, Helen. Good luck, my lovely. And you've got 3 pearls in that one. So let me show you these. Laura, I can show you in a moment. That's not a problem. So you've got a coral. Let me get it focused for you. So Helen, we've got a coral, a rose gold, slight pink overtone there, and then you've got this chocolate olive green. So it's a base chocolate, and he does have sort of hints of olive green to him. Now we are all out of the donated pay it forward pearls, my lovely, but you've got 3 pearls here. Now Helen, if you're happy with these 3, that's perfect, they are yours. If you're not happy, that's absolutely fine. We can swap them for colours of your choice. So just need to let me know what you think and what you would like to do. So your chocolate olive green, Helen, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The rose gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he is a 7. What do you think? What would you like to do? Hayley, I'm not sure what you mean. Do you mean the VAT price? If you, so it shows it without VAT and then it shows it with VAT. So if you're in the UK, you need to look at the price with the VAT, if that makes sense. Swap for a TARDIS blue and 2 dark blues. There would be a wait on that, Helen. So if you don't mind waiting, I can do that for you. But at the moment, I don't have any available to swap for you right now. So like I say, if you don't mind waiting, that's not a problem. I imagine it wouldn't be too long of a wait. And then especially if they don't need to be matching colours, as in perfect shade and size blues, as long as they can just be one TARDIS and two dark blues, I hope it wouldn't be too long of a wait, but there would be a wait. So can you just confirm if you are happy to wait or not? Oh, bless you, Laura. Thank you. Happy to wait, not matching is fine. Okay, perfect. So one's definitely a TARDIS blue, and then the other two are dark blues. So if I put swap all three for one TARDIS blue. I mean, the other one may be a TARDIS blue as well, but I'm just writing definitely one TARDIS blue. So that you definitely get a TARDIS and two dark blues. And can you have hoop fittings on them? Okay, so you'd like to be invoiced for on the blues. So the invoice, that would get sent across for you tomorrow, because it's just when I process the order through, it will get sent then. However, obviously the blues will not be swapped in tomorrow because I don't have any right now next to me. But you'll go on the waiting list, and I don't actually think there's anyone on there for the dark blue. That's from the top of my head, so I think you will be sort of at the start of that list. Okay, so hopefully you'll get that for you. That will get sent out for you soon. As soon as you get the dispatched email, it means that obviously they have been swapped and on the way to you. And then if it is a longer wait, you will get an email from me, and that just asks if you're still happy to wait or if you'd like to change for a different colour. But hopefully that will get sent out soon. Okay, so Helen, I hope you'll be happy with everything, my lovely. And that's safe up there for you. Oh, Dawn, I hope you have an amazing time, and thank you for joining us tonight, my lovely. And yeah, possibly see you on Friday. Helen, you're very, very welcome. Up next today is Kathy Rax. Kathy, are you here? Now, Kathy, you was definitely here earlier as well. All the donated pearls are gone now. I've got a moth again flying around. Always come. Kathy, hello. You've got 2 openings altogether. You'd like to have 2 oysters, and you'd like to donate. Oh, sorry. Donate the shells, and we're going to wait to see what colours come out. So let me get these open for you. So 1 oyster, 2 oysters. Let's go down. Oyster number 1. Softer pop there. Now the back of this shell does have a slight split in him, so I'll show you it when I pick it up. So there's your mother of pearl. You can definitely see that there's no pearls on that side. Oh, now in here, so you can just see that the back of the shell did split. So if I just pop that over there, and if we have a squidge in here for you. Ooh, okay, so sometimes this can happen. So they are cultured pearls. I didn't miss it, did I? No. So that dark bit there is just the oyster tail. So these are cultured pearls. Now that does mean that they obviously should have the pearl in, but sometimes it's not the case. Sometimes it just doesn't grow. So when that happens, it has only happened a couple of times over the 6 years I've been doing this, but when it does happen, we just get you another oyster. Okay, so you're definitely going to be getting a pearl, even if the oyster does happen to not have one. It's just we get another oyster for you. So I do apologise about that, Kathy, but let's go back down again. So moving on to your next oyster. Softer pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. You can see that there's no pearls on that side. And straight away in here, I can see a pearl already. You've got a brighter gold pearl there. Let me have a squidge. And there's no more in that one. So if I hold this up for you, you've got a pastel gold. Sorry, my lovely, I'm just getting it focused. There we go. Focus for you. So here is your gold. And then moving on to your next oyster. Softer pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. So again, no pearls on that side. And I can actually see in this one, Kathy, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And you are quadding. So there's no more in that one. So one pearl, one gold pearl from your first oyster, and then you are quadding from your second. So again, I'm just going to go through these colours for you, my lovely. Bright light purple. Oh, they're just running around the front there. Again, I'm just trying to get it focused. It doesn't seem to like to focus, this one. There we go. So bright light purple. You've got a chocolate, which is two-tonal with darker and lighter areas. You've got a second chocolate. Again, this one's slightly lighter than the first. And then you've got a sunshine yellow. So gold at the top, purple, one darker two-tonal chocolate, one lighter chocolate, and a sunshine yellow. Now, Kathy, I'll need to know which two you'd like on your jewellery. If you're happy with these, then that's perfect. If you're not happy, we can, of course, swap them for you. And then, like I said, I'll need to know which two you'd like on your jewellery. So if I run these ones through the board for you. The gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. The purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Two-tonal darker chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. The lighter chocolate's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. And your sunshine yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He is an 8.5. Swap the chocolates for creams, put the creams on the jewellery and want it on the upper hoop. That's not a problem at all. I'll make a note of it as well, but I think you added it in the additional. Again, I can't print that off yet until I'm in the office, but I'll make a note of it as well. Where is my creams? Nope. Oh, there we go. I've completely lost it then. And then I'll show my pearls quickly because, I do apologise, I forgot who asked. I can show what's with me. I mean, what I'm about to show you though doesn't have all my pearls in, as they don't all fit, but it's just the ones I've got for the live. Now what I've done, Kathy, is I've gone for 2 slightly smaller ones, and that's just because how I explained earlier with having them on the upper hoop, if you didn't want them overlapping the bottom of the bottom hoop. So I've gone for slightly smaller ones in hope that they won't do that, so it then will dangle in the gap in between the 2 ends, if that makes sense. So if you would prefer larger ones, I can do that for you, but if you're happy with these ones, just let me know if you're happy with that and if that makes sense or not. They're fine. Okay, brilliant. So let me bring you back up and I'll write that down. So cream on there, bottom of top hoop. I'm glad you're happy with the other colours as well, Kathy. I'll pop these all in here for you. So thank you for the donations with your shells, and I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. You're very, very welcome, my lovely. That's safe on there and then safe up there for you. Perfect. So I'll call the next person, but I'll show you my pearl thingy. Up next is Karen Woolner. Karen, are you here? Ta-da! So, no, it's easier to just show you this way. In here, so this sort of spins, if I hold it here, so it spins, and then they've all got the different names. You can sort of see the colours going around the outside actually. But yeah, they're not all of them, they're just the main ones which I have next to me on the live. So Karen Woolner, are you here? The really light purple. The Blurple one. This one. So that's Blurple in there, which is mixed between a blue and a purple. Karen, hello. Karen, would you like, so you've got 2 openings altogether. Would you like oysters or egg pops? Pink and purple. and purple. I'm not sure which one you meant. So that's Blurple, Grape Purple, Cadbury Purple, Burgundy Red, Bright Watermelon, Light Coral, Pastel Coral, Bright Coral, Lemon and Pastel Yellows, Blush Pink, Apple Green, Dark Forest Greens, that's Sea Green but it's empty, Bright Apple Green, Pastel Apple Green, and then back into the Blurple Purples. Oh, maybe that Grape Purple, so that pinky purple there, that is Grape Purples in that one. 1 oyster, 1 egg, donate the shells. Okay, so we'll start with your oyster opening, Karen. Is there certain colours that you're hoping for? So if we go down, your mystery oyster. Oh, double pop with that one. And in here, no, don't be sorry, Lisa. It's not a problem at all, my lovely. So there's your mother of pearl. Now this one, the flesh has gone slightly colourful as well, so you can definitely see the pearl in there. And there's no more in that one. It is the colour of the night. It is watermelon. So first pearl out is watermelon, Karen. Pop this in the sand and I'll hold him up so you can see. Oh, bless you, Laura. If you look at the timestamp now, when we end the live, you can sort of fast forward to that timestamp and then you'll be able to sort of see it straight away. So bright, bold watermelon to start with, Karen. If I just bring you back up to grab your egg pop. And in here, you've got this one here with a happy face. He's slightly wonky with the eyes again. So there we go. And in your egg pop, you have got 4 pearls in that one. And in here you've got a autumn peach, slightly two-tonal autumn peach. You've got a coral. You've got a dark silver purple. And then a dark chocolate as well. So watermelon, rose gold, coral, silver purple, and a dark chocolate. Karen, I'll need to know which 2 you would like on your jewellery. If you're happy with these colours, they are yours. And if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. If I run them through the board, the watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Rose gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. The coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And the silver purple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And the chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. Where did I get my wallpaper from? I want to say it was like a website saying I love wallpaper or something. I'm not sure. I can have a quick look to see if I still have the link, but I don't know if I would do because it was a few years ago that I did it. No, I don't have it. I swear it was like ilovewallpaper.com or something along those lines. Swap the 2 darker ones for maybe either blush pink or burgundy. So I don't have any burgundies available of the bright ones. I've got black cherries available, but I don't have the burgundies. So I definitely do have blush pinks, which I can do for you. Oh, bless you, Laura. Well, not a problem, my lovely. So yeah, you'll be able to see that. I showed it a couple of times. I think it's called a Lazy Susan. They're all sort of in little tubs in there. Ooh. My lighting in here is slightly different to the office, so I'm just double checking that I have got the same colour and size. So I think it's those two, but let me just... there we go, those two. So let me show you these and let me see if you're happy with those. Oh, can you see the black cherry as well? Yes, of course. I don't know if I have matching ones because I literally have got 4. No. Oh, actually, I did bring in the drilled pearls. So if it's the black cherry that are going on the jewellery, I can do pre-drilled ones. Now I would be drilling them anyway for the jewellery, and these are just pearls that I have drilled previously to get ready to pop onto sort of ready-made jewellery and bits. So now these two are slightly brighter actually, but they're still black cherry. No, it's not a pain at all. Now obviously if you're not having the black cherry on the jewellery, they do have holes in, so I wouldn't be able to keep those ones. But if you're happy, then that's perfect. So it's completely up to you. Would you prefer the pinks or the black cherry? Opening oysters to get swapped colours, Lisa. Opening oysters. So I had, at one point, I had a massive, it was a few years ago, like massive list of colours people were waiting on. And I hated that you had to wait for the colours. So I sort of opened a load to find them.
I remember that.
You do?
A lot of oysters.
That was a lot of oysters. You're stuck. You love them both. Oh, bless you. A runaway on the tray. Where? That's just a piece of kitchen towel there, that white bit. There's not one on the tray that I can see at the moment. Black cherry this time. Okie dokie. So if I take the pinks away, so black cherry on the jewellery, and then you're happy with the other 3 there. So if I just bring you back up, and I'll write that down for you. And then of course make a note that the black cherry are pre-drilled. No, that's okay. You don't need to be sorry, because sometimes I do miss pearls. Some like miss pearls that are loose on the tray. So black cherry pre-drilled, and we're going to have black cherry on the jewellery. Okay. Oh, and a bottle. Brilliant. I've got that down for you, Karen. So I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Thank you for the donations of your shells, and that's safe up there for you. Okay. Now that does bring us to the end of the order list today. We're going to be live again on Friday. Hopefully we'll be back in the office on Friday. I really want to be back in the office. But thank you all for watching us today and for joining us. If you would like to order, you'll be booking in for Friday evening. And I hope you all have a brilliant rest of your week, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.